You do not need to earn your right to exist. In this very breath, before a single improvement is made, before any apology or explanation, you are already worthy. Let these words settle into the space behind your ribs. Notice the rise and fall of your chest. Feel the shoulders soften a little as if someone just set down a heavy bag you were carrying for years. There is nothing to prove in this moment. The sun does not audition to shine, it simply shines. And in the same way, your beingness already carries the light you keep trying to chase. If the mind wants to rush in with reasons to doubt, let it know you are listening, and you will also choose a kinder truth. Place a hand over your heart and one over your belly. Feel warmth, feel aliveness. Whisper inside, I am safe to be here. I am welcome in my own life. The body understands tone more than words. Speak to it like you would to someone you love. On the exhale, imagine releasing a little tension from the jaw, the brow, the throat. With each breath, you are practicing a soft return to yourself. In this gentle space, I invite you to notice how often you postpone belonging. I'll feel good when I fix this, when I lose that, when they approve. How kind it would be to offer that approval now, to allow yourself to belong to this moment as you are. You are not a problem to solve. You are a garden to tend. Some parts are in blossom, some are in seed, and some are quietly rooting beneath the soil where no one can see. All of it is life. All of it is enough. Let's begin with a simple blessing for the nervous system. Breathe in slowly through the nose to a soft count of 4, hold for a gentle 2, and exhale through the mouth for 6. As you do, tell your body, thank you for getting me here. Perhaps you feel a small warmth in the chest, a loosening in the throat, a sense of ground beneath your feet. These are signs that the inner door is opening. You do not have to push, you only need to allow. The river already knows its way to the sea. Now let the first truth take root. You are enough just as you are. Not the polished version, not the version that never makes mistakes. You, the learning, living, tender, human you. Try a soft mirror line if it helps. When you see your reflection, pause and meet your own eyes for a breath longer than usual. Offer in a voice that is both steady and kind. Hi, I see you, I am here with you. If tears come, they are only old weather passing through. If calm comes, let it stay as long as it wishes. If nothing seems to happen, trust that seeds sprout in quiet soil long before green appears above ground. You may notice resistance, an inner voice saying, but I should be further along. When it speaks, answer with love. Sweetheart, we are not late, we are right on time. Let that affirmation cradle the parts of you that learn to measure worth by speed, output, or applause. When the world is loud, wholeness whispers. Today you are learning to hear it again. A tiny journal cue if it feels gentle. What if I stopped fixing myself for one day? How would I speak, move, and rest? Let your pen be a friend, not a critic. Notice how the answers soften your posture and restore your breath. You are arriving to a home that was never lost. With every inhale, receive yourself. With every exhale, release the story that you must be someone else to deserve your own love. And if you want a final sentence to carry into the next moment, let it be this. Right now, I am enough, and I let that be true. It is tender work to put down the old measuring sticks. Many of them were handed to you long before you could choose, the scales that weighed your worth against grades, beauty, productivity, politeness, speed, perfection. They taught you to look outward for your value, to watch faces for signs of approval, to hurry, to polish, to perform. Thank those strategies for keeping you safe when you were learning how to be in this world, and now, with great kindness, set them aside. Your life does not need another performance. It needs a relationship with you. Notice in this moment how the body feels when you imagine meeting today without proving anything. Does the breath move more freely? Do the shoulders sink by a breath width? Does the space behind the heart feel a shade roomier? Comparison is a tight shoe. It squeezes out your circulation, then tells you you're numb because you're not enough. Loosen the laces. When you catch your mind scrolling through someone else's highlight reel and deciding your life is behind, place a palm on your chest and say, I return to my path. Your path may be slower or quieter, and still what grows here is yours. If it helps, picture a garden at dawn. Each plant keeps its own pace, some climbing, some spreading, some resting in root work you cannot see. The gardener does not scold the rose for not being a vine. The gardener gives each plant the conditions it needs to thrive and celebrates the moment it was meant to bloom. A gentle practice for releasing perfection. Choose one small task today and do it at a human pace. Fold 2 shirts with breath in your shoulders. Wash 1 plate while attending to the warmth of the water. Write a paragraph and let it be a draft. When the urge to overwork arrives, meet it with appreciation. Thank you for wanting this to be good. I also allow good enough to be sacred. Feel the weight lift. Notice how thou, at permission, returns time to your day and softness to your face. You are not lowering your standards, you are raising your compassion. If a wave of should rises, ground in the body, inhale through the nose and let the ribs expand sideways like opening wings. Exhale slowly and see if the jaw unlatches by a millimeter. Invite the belly to be a little less guarded. Whisper, I am allowed to be in progress and worthy at the same time. This is not a trick. It is a biological kindness. When your nervous system believes you are safe, your natural intelligence comes forward. Ideas arrive, solutions appear, creativity blooms. Safety is not a prize you earn after perfection. It is a soil you grow in now. A journal cue for this moment. Which measuring stick am I ready to return to the earth? Let the pen name 1, just 1. Then write what will replace it. I will measure my days by the care I offered, the breaths I felt, the moments I chose honesty. Feel the spine lengthen with that truth. You are changing the rules of your inner home from fear to love, and everything reorganizes around it. Say with me softly, as if you were teaching a child to feel safe. I am enough while I learn. I am enough while I rest. I am enough while I try again. Let these words rinse the old rules like rain cleansing dusty leaves. Coming home to the body is a doorway to peace that never locks. You can step through it as you are, wearing the clothes of your actual life, carrying whatever you carry. Begin with 3 breaths that you actually feel. Not perfect breaths, but real ones. In the first, notice the coolness at the tip of the nose. In the second, feel the ribs widen and the back soften. In the third, let the exhale be a little longer and watch the belly follow. This is you returning to the house of your life, turning on a lamp in the foyer, seeing that everything is still here and the floor is steady under your feet. Scan gently from crown to toes. There is no need to correct. You are listening. The forehead, can it be a shade smoother? The eyes, could the muscles around them soften? The jaw. Unlock the teeth and let the tongue rest like a small boat on still water. The throat. Imagine warm light moving through. The chest. Is there a place that wants your palm? Offer it. The belly. Allow roundness. Allow ease. The hips. Imagine they are heavy stones grounding you into earth. Knees, ankles, toes, wiggle them like you're greeting old friends. This is not vanity. It is intimacy. Your presence speaking love in the only language the body truly understands, attention. If the mind asks, but isn't this selfish? Return to the picture of the river. A river that knows its banks, nourishes its land. Your self-presence is how your life becomes generous. You become more patient, not by abandoning yourself, but by including yourself. Try a micro moment throughout the day. Touch your shoulder lightly and say within, "Thank you, body, for carrying me." When you notice fatigue, offer a minute of stillness with eyes closed, even in a bathroom stall if needed. Count 4 quiet inhales, 6 soft exhales. Let this be a ritual of reunion. Consider a mirror exercise as a bridge to deeper residence in your body. Stand where you can see from heart to face. Lift your chin a little, not in pride, but in dignity. Meet your eyes and say, "I am willing to be on my own side." Pause long enough to feel the tremble of truth. The body often responds with subtle signs, goosebumps, a warm flush, a sigh you didn't plan. This is your inner ecosystem aligning. If emotion moves through, allow it. Like rain, it clears the air. Like wind, it shifts the weather. You need not analyze. You can witness with compassion. Touch a place that feels neutral or pleasant, perhaps the forearm or the upper chest. Name 3 things your body does for you without you asking, balances, heals tiny cuts, remembers your route home. Let appreciation accumulate as a quiet stack of stones by the river. With each stone, say a simple affirmation. This breath is enough. This heartbeat is enough. This step is enough. The point is not to persuade yourself of perfection, but to enter into relationship. The body becomes less of a project and more of a friend, and friends listen, forgive, laugh, and keep showing up. Now bring kindness to the place inside where words begin. Every sentence you speak to yourself leaves a trace in your nervous system. The mind is a loyal student. It learned phrases from family, culture, classrooms, advertisements. Some of those phrases were useful for a time. Some are simply untrue. We are going to update the script, not by force, but by steady, truthful warmth. Notice a familiar criticism when it arrives. Perhaps it says, "You always mess things up," or "You're too much," or "You never finish." Before you argue, breathe. Then translate the fear into care. "I hear you're scared," you can say to that voice. "I'm here. Let's choose a kinder sentence." Try this alchemy in real time. Criticism, "I'm so behind." Kindness, "I am moving at a human pace." and I can choose the next loving step. Criticism, I ruined it. Kindness, I made a choice with the information and energy I had. Now I can make a new choice. Criticism, no one will accept me like this. Kindness, I accept me like this, and I trust the people who resonate with truth will too. As you speak these, feel the body's response, often a longer exhale, a softer throat, a sense of space between thoughts. This is your inner climate shifting from storm to clearing. Consider setting a tone at the start of the day. Before the phone, before the list, place a hand over your heart and one on your belly and say, "Good morning, love. What do you need from me today?" Then listen. Perhaps the answer is water first. Perhaps it is 10 quiet breaths. Perhaps it is to text someone who feels like sunshine. Your inner voice will steady with practice. It is not dramatic. It is faithful. And when doubt interrupts, you need not banish it. Invite it to sit on the porch while you prepare breakfast for your courage. Language is nourishment. Feed yourself sentences that are both gentle and honest. I am learning is a feast. I am allowed to rest is a shelter. I can try again is a doorway. Sprinkle these phrases throughout your day like small lights. Tape one to your mirror, tuck one in your wallet, write one on the first page of your planner. This is not pretending, it is choosing a frame that allows your true picture to be seen. A soft practice for moments of overwhelm, the 3-3-3 of kindness. Name 3 things you can see that bring steadiness: a plant, a beam of light, a favorite mug. Name 3 sensations in the body that feel even slightly okay: the weight of your legs on the chair, the temperature of your hands, the fabric on your skin. Speak 3 truthful affirmations, not as a list, but as a lullaby woven into your breath. I belong to this breath. I am worthy of kindness. I can take one gentle step. Feel how the mind begins to follow the heart's calmer rhythm. If old phrases return with volume, respond with the calm of a loving teacher. We don't talk to ourselves that way anymore, you might say. We tell the truth with kindness. Then offer the truth. I made a mistake, and I am still good. I am scared, and I am still capable. I am tired, and I am still worthy. Notice how this language does not deny reality. It includes it and holds it with care. You are building a home in which all your inner weather is welcome without losing the roof. This is the slow miracle. As you release the measuring sticks, come home to the body, and speak kindly within, life begins to move with you rather than against you. Your choices spring from steadiness instead of panic. Your relationships feel less like auditions and more like conversations. You sleep more deeply. You wake less burdened. You notice ordinary beauty, steam curling from tea, laughter down a hallway, the weight of a blanket in early morning light. These are not small victories. They are the fabric of a healed life. As you step into the next moment, let one sentence carry you like a soft current. I am enough just as I am, and I let love shape my day. Feel how the body nods in agreement. Let that agreement guide your next gentle step. There is a quiet magic in appreciation that changes the temperature of a whole day. It is not performative, it is relational. When you appreciate yourself, you water the roots of dignity. Start very small and very true. Right now, feel the breath enter and leave. Thank you, you can say to the breath, for arriving without my effort. Notice the chest rise like a calm tide and fall like the shoreline returning to peace. That tiny thank you is not trivial. It is how you teach your inner world that goodness is present and available. Appreciation is a lamp you switch on, not because darkness was wrong, but because light helps you see. Consider how you speak to the ordinary parts of you, the way you prepare food, answer a message, make a bed, change a light bulb, tie a shoe, keep a promise. What if each of these became a place to practice gentle praise? I appreciate my steadiness, you might whisper while washing a cup. I appreciate my willingness, you might say, when you show up for a conversation you feared. Feel how you praise softens the shoulders, how it widens the space behind the heart. There is no need to exaggerate. Let it be simple and honest. The heart blooms with sincerity. A micro exercise for mornings. Before you step into the day's noise, place your feet on the floor and greet 3 ordinary gifts you can feel. Maybe the solidity of the ground, the softness of a blanket, the warmth in your palms. As you name them, add a sentence that appreciates you. I appreciate that I am choosing gentleness. I appreciate that I am willing to try. I appreciate that I am learning to rest. The mind might argue that such things are too small to matter. Smile at the mind and return to the body, to the breath. Small, repeated kindness lays down pathways of safety. These pathways make bigger self-trust possible. When criticism flares, meet it with appreciative truth. If the thought says, "You didn't do enough today," pause and list 3 quiet things you did that carried love. You drank water when your body asked. You answered one important message. You stood outside for a minute and let the sky remind you of something larger. Appreciation isn't denial. It is balance. It lets the scale include the unseen efforts that your heart knows are real. You can still grow, learn, and stretch from a place of, I am enough, not because you're complacent, but because appreciation frees the energy that fear was holding hostage. Try this tender mirror line in the evening. Meet your own eyes for 2 breaths and say, I appreciate how I kept showing up. Feel the ripple of that sentence move through the nervous system. Often the jaw unclenches, the brow smooths, the belly loosens by a quiet degree. These are signs that your inner ecosystem is soaking in nourishment. Gratitude is not a command, it is a soft invitation. If some nights feel too heavy for words, place a palm on your heart and simply breathe. Your hand can speak appreciation fluently. I'm here. I'm with you. There may be parts of you that struggle to receive praise. They learned that bracing was safer tongue, hand believing. Hold them gently. You might whisper, it's okay to like us, and wait. Imagine pouring warm light into the center of your chest, like golden tea into a cup. With each inhale, the cup fills. With each exhale, it overflows into the rest of your body, neck, shoulders, arms, belly, hips, legs, feet. Appreciation travels. It doesn't stay confined to one perfect moment. It permeates your ordinary life until I am enough is not a sentence you repeat, but the climate in which you live. Now let us meet the tender self, the younger places inside that still carry unmet needs. These parts are not obstacles, they are invitations. Sometimes they speak as sudden tears, sometimes as irritation, sometimes as a tight throat or a desire to hide. They are asking for what was missing: safety, attunement, patience, presence. Put a hand where you feel the signal most, perhaps the chest or belly, and slow everything by even 5%. If you can, lower your shoulders as if setting down a basket. Breathe in for 4, hold for 2, out for 6. Say within, I am here with you. Let that sentence be a blanket. You don't have to fix the past to love the part of you living with its echoes. Imagine a small version of you sitting beside you. Same eyes, same longing for acceptance. Turn toward them in your mind and say, I'm listening. What do you need right now? Then wait. No rushing. Perhaps the answer is water, a walk, a nap, honest words, a boundary, a cry. Meet one need at a time. When the mind protests, this is silly, or we don't have time, thank the mind for its concern and return to the body. Your tenderness is not a flaw, it is a compass. A journal cue to support this. When I felt most alone as a child, what words would have helped me breathe? Write them. Then say them now to your current self. If the sentence trembles in your mouth, you are close to the medicine. You're not too much. You're not a burden. You're allowed to rest. You're safe to be seen. Feel how your chest responds, how your throat opens a little more room for air. This is reparenting in the present tense, not a performance, but a relationship you keep. Offer yourself a simple ritual when overwhelm arrives. Step to a doorway, place one hand on each side of the frame, and pause. Doorways are thresholds. They remind the nervous system that we can choose how we enter the next moment. Inhale and say, I am safe enough now. Exhale and say, I can go slowly. Walk through as if crossing into a kinder room. Repeat this often. The body learns by repetition. Each time you choose gentleness over speed, you tell the tender self, I won't abandon you to keep up. There will be days when the tender parts are loud. On these days, reduce your goals to love-sized steps. One email with honesty. One nourishing meal, one load of laundry folded with music, one honest no. And when you complete a step, mark it with appreciation. That was enough for today. Your worth does not expand or shrink with your output. Your worth holds you while you live your human life. Let the affirmation move through your breath. I am loved when I'm shining. I am loved when I'm healing. I am loved when I'm resting. Boundaries are love-wearing clear edges. They say, my energy matters and your energy matters in the same breath. Boundaries are not walls. They are riverbanks that let your life flow without flooding. To begin, notice what your body does when a no is present. Perhaps your chest tightens, your shoulders creep toward your ears, your stomach knots. These signals are not betrayals, they are guidance. Place a palm on the place that speaks the loudest and whisper, thank you for telling me the truth. Then breathe slowly until the signal softens enough for words to form. Practice the smallest boundary first, time. When someone asks for a decision, try, let me check and get back to you. Feel how that buys space for your inner wisdom to speak. Notice the relief in your belly. When you do say no, let it be simple. I can't do that is a complete sentence. You do not have to pay for your no with a long apology. You can add kindness. I care about you, and I can't do that. Both can be true. The body often responds to clear boundaries with a longer exhale. Listen for it as your sign. If your history taught you to say yes to be safe, your first no might feel like an earthquake. Hold yourself through the shaking. Ground by pressing your feet into the floor and naming what you see: the color of the wall, the way light falls on your hand, the texture of the chair. Speak an anchoring truth. I am allowed to protect my peace. Place a boundary around your time of rest, a bedtime that is loving, a screen-free window before sleep, a morning ritual that is yours. Rest is a sacred boundary. It says, I am not a machine, I am a living being. Some boundaries will be internal. Limit the time you spend with thoughts that harm you. When a rumination loop begins, mark a gentle endpoint. I will give this 5 minutes, then I will return to the body. Set a timer if you like. When it rings, place a hand on your heart and name 3 sensations: warm, cool, heavy, light. The mind may argue, smile, and return to the breath. Internal boundaries teach your attention to be your ally, not your captor. You can also set boundaries that invite more joy. Say yes to what nourishes you. Schedule a walk at lunchtime and protect it like you would a meeting. Choose people who respect your no and celebrate your yes. After an interaction, ask your body, was that nourishing? If your chest feels open and your breath easy, that's data. If your jaw tightens and your belly clenches, that's data too. Adjust accordingly. Boundaries are an ongoing conversation with your life. As your needs change, your edges can shift without apology. Try a mirror practice for boundaries. Meet your eyes and rehearse one sentence you need. I won't be able to make it this weekend. I need quiet after 9. I'm not available for that topic. Say it until your voice learns its own steadiness. Notice how the body recruits to support you: spine a little taller, shoulders a shade broader, breath deeper in the back ribs. This is dignity, not distance. You are learning to stand with yourself, and that posture invites others to stand with you in truth. When guilt arrives, and it likely will, reframe it as growth's companion. Guilt often signals that you are crossing from an old pattern into a new pathway. Smile softly and tell yourself, we are allowed to feel uncomfortable while we heal. Place a warm cloth over your chest for 2 minutes, breathing naturally. The warmth acts like a hand on the heart. Then affirm quietly, woven into your next exhale, my boundaries help love last. Feel the wisdom of that sentence travel through your body like a current. As you practice appreciation, tend your tender self, and honor your boundaries, notice how life responds. The world doesn't suddenly become perfect. It becomes clearer. You find yourself choosing from fullness instead of fear. Your yes carries joy because it is not laced with resentment. Your no carries respect because it protects what allows you to love. You rest without apology and rise without hurry. The river of your life moves within banks that honor its depth and direction. Let one sentence be your companion into the next part of our journey. I am enough to receive. I am enough to care for my tenderness, and I am enough to choose clear, loving edges. Breathe it in like dawn air. Feel your body agree. There is a wisdom in the way the earth keeps time. Seed, sprout, blossom, fruit, fallow, and none of these phases apologizes for itself. Your life, too, has a rhythm that asks to be honored. When you rest, you are not failing. You are listening to the season within. Close your eyes for a moment and let the breath be a tide that knows how to return. Feel how the chest rises with the in-breath as if collecting soft light, and how the exhale releases what you no longer need. Rest is not a pause in worthiness. It is a way you receive your own life. Let the nervous system feel this truth. Place one hand at the back of your neck and one over the heart. Then inhale to the count of 4 and exhale to 6. On the exhale, quietly say, I am safe to ease. Notice the subtle shifts. The jaw unhinges a little, the shoulders drop by a breath, the belly becomes less guarded. You do not have to earn ease by doing more. Ease is a doorway to your natural wisdom, and you are allowed to walk through. There are days when stillness will be your most productive choice. The mind might protest, if I stop, I'll fall behind. Smile gently at that old story. Behind whom? Behind what? Turn your attention to the body's data. Fatigue, foggy thinking, irritability. These are not moral failures. They are invitations to receive. Receiving can look like laying down for 10 minutes with your hands on your belly. It can look like stepping outside to feel the wind move a strand of hair. It can look like eating food that warms the chest and steadies the gut. When you receive, you refill the lamp so your light can be shared without burning the wick. Consider making a ritual around rest to teach your system that it is safe. Perhaps each evening you dim one light and say aloud, we are closing the day. Rinse your hands under warm water and let the warmth be a blessing. Name 3 things the day gave you. 1 laugh, 1 breath you felt, 1 honest moment. And then name 3 things you gave the day. Your presence, your effort, your care. In that exchange, feel balance. The day is complete. You are allowed to return to the soil of sleep. If thoughts visit your pillow, place them in an imaginary bowl beside the bed and tell them, I will meet you in the morning. This small ceremony shows your body that night belongs to restoration. Receiving also means letting love in without swatting it away. Notice the impulse to minimize a compliment or dismiss help. Practice saying, thank you, I'll keep that, when kindness is offered. Feel how your chest opens a fraction wider to make room. Let the warm light you once poured into your heart now flow gently into your back, into your lungs, into the long muscles of your arms. I am open to being cared for, you might affirm quietly, not as a demand of others, but as a permission within. The river receives the rain and becomes more itself. You too become more yourself when you let goodness land. You may also rest while moving. Rest is not only horizontal, it is an inner quality of gentleness. Walk without a destination for 5 minutes and let your attention fall to the soles of your feet. With each step, say inside, I belong. Let your gaze lift to the horizon and soften as if you are looking through the air. When you return, notice whether the mind has become less sharp around the edges, whether your breath has widened into the back ribs. Rest is a companion you can take into every hour. It makes rooms inside you where life can breathe. Let this sentence be a quiet thread throughout your day. I do not have to hurry to be worthy. When you catch yourself gripping, loosen by 1 degree. When you catch yourself pushing, ask, what can I receive right now? Perhaps it is a glass of water. Perhaps it is a single honest breath. Perhaps it is permission to stop. Enoughness hums at the pace of the body's truth, and that pace is always kinder than the story of urgency. You are not a machine. You are a garden, and gardens grow by light, water, and rest. From this soil of rest and receiving, action becomes an expression of wholeness rather than a plea for approval. Moving forward from I am enough feels different in the body. Steadier spine, patient breath, eyes that meet the world without searching for a mirror. When you choose your next step from here, you are not trying to become worthy. You are letting your worth choose what fits. Take a breath and ask, what is one loving step I can take today? Let the answer be small enough to do and meaningful enough to matter. Perhaps the step is sending the message you've delayed with simple honesty. Perhaps it is tidying one surface so your eyes can rest. Perhaps it is reaching out to a friend whose presence feels like sunlight. Let the act be infused with the sentence, I move with love, not to earn love. Notice how the shoulders do not rise in defensiveness. Notice how the breath does not shorten with panic. When action grows from enoughness, you no longer carry the extra weight of proving, and so you have more energy for creating. Bring your body along as you move forward. Before you start a task, pause for one grounding breath and feel the contact of your feet with the floor. While you work, practice the 50 to 10 kindness. Every 50 minutes, take a 10-breath break with eyes softened or closed. Name a sensation that feels okay, even if it's subtle. The warmth in your palms, the chair supporting you, the way your tongue rests. This is not indulgence. It is maintenance of your inner instrument. Musicians care for their instruments so the music can be true. You are caring for yours. Let goals be friendships, not judges. Write one on paper and then add a blessing. May this unfold at a pace that honors my body and my joy. Plan your steps like stones across a stream, close together, each within reach of the next. If you slip, place your hand on your heart and say, I can try again from kindness. The river does not shame a leaf for swirling before moving on. It simply keeps carrying. You will keep carrying too. There will be voices, inner or outer, that urge you to push beyond your truth. They may say, strive harder, do more, be flawless. When they speak, meet them with clarity. I choose sustainable love over unsustainable speed. Feel how your body agrees, how the back widens with relief. Set a boundary around your forward motion. No decisions when you are starving, exhausted, or flooded. Feed yourself first. Food, water, breath, 5 minutes of rest, then choose. This is wisdom, not delay. Decisions made from a nourished body are kinder and more resilient. Invite joy to be a compass. Moving forward from wholeness means letting delight have a vote. Ask, what lights me from the inside? And put a small piece of that into your week. A song at lunch, a page of a book that reminds you who you are, a walk under trees. Joy is not a luxury, it is fuel. When you honor joy, you signal to your nervous system that life is safe enough for color and play. and from that safety, courage rises naturally. Try a practice called closing the loop. At the end of each day, name one action you took that aligned with your enoughness, rest you honored, boundary you set, kindness you spoke, task you completed with presence. Then say, I acknowledge this, and feel the sentence land in your chest. This claim anchors progress in the body, so the mind doesn't erase it overnight. You are training your attention to see the truth of your movement instead of only the myth of what's missing. If fear appears as you step forward, do not wait for it to vanish. Offer your fear a seat in the car, but keep love at the wheel. Speak to fear with respect. You can ride along, and I will drive gently. Then take the next right-sized step. Courage is not the absence of trembling. It is the willingness to move with a steady breath while trembling. With each step, affirm softly, woven into your exhale, I am guided, I am growing, I am already enough. Remember that wholeness does not demand constant momentum. Sometimes moving forward looks like staying with a feeling until it softens, staying with a conversation until the truth finds its shape, staying with a practice long enough for it to become a habit. Trust the intelligence of consistency. Small, faithful actions compound into transformation the way gentle rain, repeated, greens a hillside. As you navigate choices, tune to the body's yes and no. A yes often feels like warmth in the chest, length in the spine, breath that moves easily. A no often feels like tightness, shallow breath, a subtle flinch. Do not demand certainty. Ask for clarity. If the signal is mixed, choose the smallest experiment and learn. I am allowed to learn my way into clarity, you might tell yourself. Learning from love is never a step backward. It is how your life becomes more honest. Finally, let your forward motion bless others without burning you out. Offer what you have from overflow, not from depletion. If you notice you are giving from your last reserves, pause and refill. Place your hand on your heart and whisper, I matter too. Then give again from the cup that has been replenished by rest, receiving, and self-respect. This is how your life becomes both generous and sustainable. Carry this living truth as you step into the next moment. I move because I am enough, not to prove I am enough. Feel how that sentence reshapes your posture, less braced, more open. Feel how it changes your gaze, less searching, more seeing. Let your breath confirm it, steady, kind, present. And let your day unfold from that rhythm, like a river finding the ocean without hurry, because it has always known the way. There is a sweet hush at the end of a gentle journey, the kind that arrives when you realize you were walking home the whole time. Feel your feet on the ground now, as if the earth itself is saying, welcome back. Let your breath be simple and kind. On your next inhale, gather the many soft truths you have met. On your exhale, let them settle into your chest like warm light finding its room. You are not about to become enough. You are resting in what has always been true. Notice how the body responds to honesty. The jaw releases by a small mercy. The shoulders drift a shade lower. The heart space feels less guarded. Whisper inward, thank you for staying with me. Appreciation is the bridge that carries healing into habit. Return to it the way you return to your front door at dusk, without ceremony, because it is yours. In this ordinary breath, let a simple affirmation wash through you, woven into the rhythm of your lungs. I am safe to be myself. I am lovable as I am. I am allowed to choose what nourishes me. If old voices gather at the edges, let them be like distant birdsong, present but not in charge. You know the path back. 3 faithful breaths, 1 hand to heart, 1 truth spoken with warmth. You have learned to trade the rush for rhythm, the proving for presence, the self-critique for companionship. You have practiced boundaries that protect your peace and invitations that welcome joy. You have learned to receive as an act of wisdom and to move forward. Ward as an expression of wholeness. This is not a performance. It is a relationship you tend the way a garden is tended, with water, with light, with rest, with patience. As you step into the days ahead, let your life be paced by love. Begin mornings with a quiet greeting to your own eyes. Offer the tender self a place to rest at your table. Let your no be respectful and your yes be sincere. Close each evening with a small gratitude for the breath that kept its promise. When you drift to sleep, trust that the work continues kindly beneath the soil of awareness. Roots strengthen while you rest. If a moment becomes difficult, return to the simple doorway. Feel the ground, feel the breath, feel the heart. Say, I am with you. That sentence is the lantern you can carry into any room. And when joy visits, let it linger. Smile into the warmth and whisper, I'll keep that. Your worth does not waver with weather. It is the steady sky in which the weather moves.